All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Maverick's Point of View. So, going to get straight into it. I'm about to leave. As you know, it's Sunday. About to go out with family. So, real quick, it is 3:15, March 15th, 2026, at currently 1:16 p.m. And we're gonna go over gold. We're gonna go over what happened last week. Just a recap from the video last week. This is gonna be a quick video just to kind of recap and show y'all the new direction. Now that you guys are learning and seeing and tracking this stuff with me, I'm literally just doing it to timestamp, like I said. So, getting straight into it. This is a little messy, but this is what we got last week. So let me zoom in so y'all can see better. All right. Make sure my head's not in the way over there. All right. Stretch. So I think I added this zone the day after, but I'm pretty sure I had this one here. Either way. Yeah, I had this one here because I had it bouncing. Okay. So, and I'll show y'all why I did this one in a minute. However, so this is what we had last week. The week started, it had a big like just retest. Sellers try to take over early and try to let you know they're gonna take position early. Buyers kick back in. We got to this point right here. It went up to 5204. As I tell you guys, daily, 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 I use the 12 hour. It is a good time frame because you get two, it's half a day, so you get two chances to look within the day instead of expanding the data too much. So I really, really do like the 12 hour for gold. But mainly what I'm showing y'all is, as you guys see, this is a daily level here. Boop. Right. So this day here, the first day, basically after this failure, this is the first day. Sellers failed here. Buyers try to take over, and then it started the matrix, as I always say, the consolidation. So I'm going on the 12 hour just so you can see the moves that I planted better. But matter of fact, let's just go through that first. So boom, we got our failure. Buyers couldn't take over. We ended up in the matrix. So that's what happened. We were in the matrix all the way to like Thursday. Well, Wednesday. No, Thursday. Yeah, because these are 12 hours. So Thursday right here, 6 a.m. They got below the territory, and then now they're fighting down here in this little mini territory. But actually, what happened was after that little 12-hour spout on Friday, they came in and they did some work. Sellers came in and they did some work. So now we got us in this bottom territory. That's the 4 hour zone. I did that because I wanted to show you visually and also for me to see it visually too, just a quick snapshot. But really all you needed was this level right here, just so you can identify, you know, where we're going towards, right? So sellers are trying to push to 49.95.57, just 49.95. That's keeping it simple, right? That's what sellers are trying to push to. That's where they're going. That's where this is. That's going to be the next, area that buyers are going to try to take back over. So what I'll do is I'm gonna delete the matrix because y'all saw what happened. So we're gonna delete the consolidation, the matrix movement. So it went up, boom, failed. Now you can see it clearly. First 12 hour failed, then the next 12 hour failed, and then boom, we went down from there. So this was a really area where sellers from here are still taking over, still holding their territory, and they're like, okay, we're gonna push you guys back. So they're trying to push back now, and that's what we're going on. So I'm gonna leave this here to identify where our top seller zone is, top seller pocket. So as you guys can see, you can see even more clearly on the daily, which is why I always tell y'all you don't need to go lower than the daily because then you will be on point. All right, so as you see this day, the same thing. It was a 12 hour, but now it's the day. The same 12 hours that we just looked at are this day, right? So Tuesday, Wednesday comes in. The next day it fails. They couldn't get past. Buyers couldn't get past. Buyers couldn't take over. So sellers took over. And as you see, this is a smooth drop. Boom. So we got a 3.11% drop, 16,000 points. That's a good selling opportunity if you choose to take it. If you're looking at the daily, you could choose to take things like that, right? Because this would have been your move. Boom. So you'd have been risking, boom, to do, you could either taking it here or be taking it here and still be in. Obviously, if you're in futures, you can't hold over the day or the week in, so it sucks to suck. But anyway, you would have been risking 7,000 points to make 17,000 points, or still be looking to make 17,000 points, because right now you're at basically two. So, truth be told, if you're doing your 2 to 1, you would have already been out of your trade, right? That's what you should have been, or at least you should be halfway profitable at this point, and you should be break even stop loss, so neutral. All right, your stop loss should be here. You should be neutral, and you should be looking to either come out of this position or whatever the case may be. But you should be in a good position if you took sales at the primary spot, which you would have seen because I had all these levels and moves marked up for y'all last week. sorry. I got some sniffles. I don't know why. So I'm gonna take out the top move. Didn't happen. Cool. As you guys are seeing, the moves that we have on these charts, flawless. Like literally nothing surprised us. Exactly what we're looking for happened. We didn't want the price matrix, but hey, we saw it, we identified it, and we were not surprised. That's the main thing with trading. You don't want to be surprised by anything. And if you're looking at the right time frames, like I'm showing you guys, you're not gonna be surprised by anything you see. So I wasn't surprised. We took in, we got to move here, we got out here, because we realized, hey, buyers can take over, sellers taking over. Like I said, I don't like to counter trend trade. This is still technically an uptrend. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to take the sell. But that is still a good sell opportunity if you're looking at risk to reward ratio, which remember, that's from here. It'll let me do it. So this would have been your 2-to-1 on that trade. Risking, like I said, 6,000-7,000 to make 13,000-14,000. So, and remember, it's still going, it's still profitable. So if you're one of those people who like to stretch the trade as far as you can go, hey, as long as you break even after your 1-to-1 or your 2-to-1, you're good. So 1-to-1 meaning you're right here. Oh, let me bring it back. So if you're risking 6,000, your 1-to-1 means you're profiting or you're targeting that same 6,000, right? That would have been a simple, quick trade, boom, done in that same day. Now, if you kept going, you're like, oh, I want to keep going to get my 2-to-1, boom. But at least at your 1-to-1, your 6-to-6, you should be going like this, taking your stop loss and moving it here. I love these little tools so I can show y'all stuff. And then boom, you'd be done. So now we're gonna mark up the next moves for the week. Like I said, this one happened, so I could leave it, but I'm just gonna refresh everything for you guys. So boom. One, we got our matrix. Two, we've got our down move somewhere in this territory. It doesn't have to be, it could bounce from here, but I just want to get that move here so that we have that move first. What I will do is, since I'm not adding the whole moves, if it bounces off here and doesn't break, I'll do like a midweek update. But, and this is 3. So actually, so you guys will notice I'm cleaning it up, right? I'm taking away those levels that have already been blown through. Like we're in a whole nother week now, so I'm gonna go off of what's for this week and not last week. Oh, and that 4-hour level, this is where I got it from, just so you guys can see. But this is why I don't like really going based off of the 4-hour by itself, at least, because look here, this was that move. If you were just going off of the 4-hour, you would have thought this was a buying opportunity and you would have got screwed. All right. Now, mind you, you would have still. So if you did take this trade, right? So you would have probably lost 8,000 on this move. What I like to tell y'all all the time, remember though, is if it goes above, let it bounce, let it confirm, right? So we didn't really get a confirmation here. All right, it went up a little bit, but then it went right back down below. So I know my eyes are trained to see that's not gonna happen, but you might not. So hey, you probably would have lost 8,000, but that's okay. 8,000 points. Hopefully not $8,000, but it is what it is. This is a game of ups and downs. You're not always gonna win, but you will win over time if you're consistent. So let's see. All right, this is gonna look a little funky because it's not giving me exactly what I want, but I'm doing it for you guys, so I want to like mark it up just so you guys have a visual of what could happen, right? So we could get. These are the 3 moves for the week that I'll be looking at, that I'll be interested in taking advantage of. Obviously, always want to stay out the matrix. You want to wait till you get something out of here, out of this pocket right here that I created. Literally, you want us to avoid this, as you guys know. This would be the move you're looking for, or this would be the move you're looking for. When it gets here, matter of fact, I'll set an alert. Boom. Or when it gets here, I'll set an alert. And that's it. Then you're done. You're literally just waiting till that happens, right? You avoid all this and you just wait till your alerts trigger, and that's it. Matter of fact, sorry, I missed this one. Okay, yeah. Now you're done. So now you're just waiting for one of those alerts to hit. Boom. You wait for the move to confirm. Then you get in your trade. It's that simple. So yeah, that's it for our gold update. I will see you guys either midweek or next week Sunday, depending on what gold does this week. I just wanted to give this y'all before the week starts because hey, that's what this is. Digital log coming at y'all once again. Thank you for visiting Maverick's Point of View. Tune into my channel. Stay tuned. Oh, also, I've almost finished the free trading course. You guys should be looking at those videos. If you don't know, if you're watching this, you don't know what's going on, please reference that playlist. I literally make that for you guys so you guys can learn how to follow me. I'm teaching y'all for free, giving y'all my time, so respect it and do the due diligence. Once again, Maverick's Point of View, and I'm out. Peace.